Enjoy the great taste of Mexican food at Mighty Taco. The main transit market for the finest fresh fruits and vegetables. Stop in and say hi to Louis DiCarlo at the main transit market in Clarence. The Terrapin Station on Hurdle near Virgil. They're open on Sunday. Looking for a Guatemalan import? Or how about some Grateful Dead merchandise? Find it all at the Terrapin Station. Poster art on Elmwood at Bird. Looking for a unique poster? Call Mark Corsi at Poster Art and stop in. Unistage, with their brand new store on Transit Road in Amherst. Unistage is Buffalo's musical choice. They're your musical choice.
I'm grooving to this, man. Cats, good night, and welcome to Offbeat Cinema and the Hungry Ear Coffee House. It is one Mad Pad Dad. I am your host, Oscar Wilde, and tonight we have got a whacked out, freaked out groove going on, man. You, of course, know my friends, Mr. Maxwell Truth, and the inimitable, the uncomparable, the ever so fabulous himself, Birdman. We are grooving in a whacked out, freaked out funk tonight, and you are, it's infectious. You're gonna groove right along, man, I'm telling you.
Oscar, man, let me say one thing. For once, I start this show by agreeing with you, man. There's like a magical madness in the air tonight, man.
It's something weird. It's something weird, man. I'm telling you.
There's something so funky tonight because tonight we are showing you one of the greatest films ever made, I think, in my opinion. Tonight we are doing more than just showing you a movie. We are presenting all things Bela Lugosi.
Oh, man. Bela! 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 Man, not many people know this, but Bela Lugosi was actually a great actor. He, like, during the 30s and 40s, he was a tremendous stage actor, a Hungarian actor. Yes. He played Dracula on film and on the stage. Right? He was actually more known for playing Dracula on stage. But man, he got so hung up with that Dracula thing that, like, he got typecast, and that caused his career just to go into a tailspin, man. It just bummed. It bummed him right out. I mean, it bummed out his whole career.
You know, and unfortunately, people remember him now for like some bad films. You know, like Plan 9 and The Bat.
Oh, bad films. These are bad films.
Well, it was. I mean, he was a great actor.
Yeah, he was a great actor. But I mean, but you're right. I mean, I agree
as it was demonstrated in tonight's movie, you will see how good of an actor he is. But the name of the movie is White Zombie. But I just got to say this. What is with you and that bourgeois tie, man? You look like a white zombie.
Let me just tell you, last night I went out and I got a little crazy, okay?
Yeah?
Can't tell you what happened. I just got a little nutty. And this morning I woke up and I had a resume and I had gone on an interview as a PR consultant for Bob Packwood.
No.
Talk about a horror movie, man. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't find my regular clothes, so I just had to come in this horrid getup, man. It was, I don't know, it's real creepy.
Well, cats,
you gotta stop like mixing the brown liquids with the clear liquids.
Is that the deal?
That's the story.
Oh, man.
Cats, tonight's film is White Zombie, and actually, it's not just a zombie film. It's the zombie film, man. This film is the epitome of zombie movies. You know, it's another one of those independently produced things done on a low budget. But I'm telling you, it's a great movie. The acting is superb. The sets are magnificent. It's a really good film. I think you're gonna enjoy this one, man.
1932.
Right.
Glorious black and white.
Right.
Starring, of course, the man, Bela Lugosi.
Bela Lugosi.
It's got Mildred Bellamy in it.
Right.
No relation to Ralph. No relation to Ralph Bellamy. And of course, it's got what's his name? Richard Frazier.
Right.
No relation to Walt. So, I mean, but, you know, I mean, these cats, hey, they do a great job, man. It is a whacked-out film.
The film is about Bella is like the master zombie guy, and he menaces some newlyweds on this Haitian sugar plantation. Like you said, it was done in 1932, but you'll be surprised because it's really quite an enjoyable film, and we got a great show tonight. Not only is Bird here, we have the guys from Jazzworks here. We had some really freaky mail tonight. We also have Morgan. Morgan's filing a report from somewhere in the middle of Canada on his trip out to BC. Tragically, Hip will be with us later. It's just a great show, man.
Not only that, but also roll your VCRs for a very exclusive presentation of a TV interview with Bela Lugosi back from the mid-50s. So groove to this, man. This is an epic show. Right now, let's throw to it. Ladies and gentlemen,
White Zombie.
Forget about these antiperspirants forever, because now there's one that keeps you drier. Sure Ultra Dry. It's a better kind of antiperspirant. A soft solid. Just 2 clicks, and it goes on dry to keep you ultra dry. Look, ordinary solids can flake off, but Sure Ultra Dry vanishes in to form an invisible layer of protection that keeps you drier than ever before. See for yourself. Sure Ultra Dry. Goes on dry, keeps you ultra dry.
Life is full of surprises. Consider the world we live in. It turns and shifts. It moves so quickly that it changes right before our very eyes. Is there a way for any of us to keep up with the events of the day in such a dynamic world as this? Ladies and gentlemen, the answer is right here. Behold the events of your world.
Prophecies foretold its arrival. It would come from the land of the troubling earth and smoking mountains. It would possess all the goodness of the earth and the spices of many lands, a taste like no other. It would be offered to the people, and the people would declare it great. Mighty Taco, the spice of life.
What is Terrapin Station? Well, it's for the living and the dead. It's a unique boutique for the normal and the not so normal. Terrapin Station, Buffalo's most exciting specialty shop, offers you candles, imported clothing, jewelry, books, posters, music, and more. So stop in and say hi at Terrapin Station, 1172 Hurley.
So stop in and say hi. I have this recurring dream. I'm looking for a place where musicians can go and find everything they need for the stage. A place that has a great selection of electric and acoustic guitars, drums and percussion pieces, keyboards and digital pianos, and a huge supply of pro sound and digital recording equipment. The problem is every time I try and ask where this place is, all I do is ask for more coffee. Strange dream. Cool store.
Unistage. Your musical choice.
Now dig this! Drop out with the gang from Offbeat Cinema and groove to this cool stuff! Dig this 20-ounce porcelain Offbeat Cinema mug for only $9.95. The very cool all-cotton Offbeat Cinema t-shirt in glorious black and white for just $10.95. Or start your own collection of Offbeat classics on video for only $12.95. If all of these choices are bringing you down, then get all this cool stuff, the mug, the shirt, and the movie for just $24.95 plus shipping and handling. Call us tonight, cats, and we'll dig you later on Offbeat Cinema.
Hey, they're not all zombies, okay? No, man, dig this. They're not all zombies. Some of them are good. Some people good. Not all people zombies. Some people good. Not all people zombies. Some people good. Not all people zombies.
Oh, man, listen.
Come on, man. Really, it's okay.
Are you good? Are you good?
I may look like a zombie right now, but I'm good. I'm good, baby. I'm good.
Yeah, I don't know about him, though, man.
Beatnik buddies, Bird, Oscar, relax. Watch this, man. Watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat.
Again, man, this trick never works.
I'm telling you,
I know magic trick, you know?
I really gotta get a new hat.
Excuse me, I know magic trick.
Yeah, I bet you do.
No, I do, really.
Okay, I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. Thanks. Listen, Kat.
Could I show you the magic trick, maybe?
Yeah, maybe in a little while.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a great trick.
Hey, you should just chill out.
Chill out?
We've
Can I
lost
chill
complete
after
control.
I do the trick?
Listen, Cats, Morgan Lewington, our pal, is on the road somewhere. He's out in Canada somewhere. He's headed west to British Columbia. We don't know where he is exactly, but he filed this report with us just the other day, so let's see where Morgan is.
Kerouac-esque, but it's because I'm getting a sunburned nose, so I donned my dumb school hat. Anyway, just coming into Thunder Bay and just lumbering along with some of the logging trucks. There goes one now. Get it? Lumbering? Anyway, that's it. We'll talk to you in Thunder Bay. Bye. Wow. And how long have you been selling lawn ornaments? Looks like business is booming. What? That's great. I'll take the horse if you think it'll fit in my cart. Let's see. 1,652 feet above sea level is the Arctic watershed. And for those of you who don't know, that's that all streams from this point flow into the Arctic Ocean. They go north. There's bear, there's moose, and there's the rest of the information. And there we go. Okay, I'm on the Arctic watershed, and incidentally, Cats, this was the scene of a border dispute over the boundaries of Manitoba and Ontario in 1883 and 1884. And you can see why it was such a big deal, because here we have trees, and on the other side, trees. Rocks, rocks. Grass, grass. One tree, another tree. Ontario tree, Manitoba tree. Look, man, check this out. Cats, look at this. I'm right on the time zone, Central Standard Time. Okay, get a load of this. Where I am, it's exactly 12:30 in the afternoon. Now, hold on a second, okay? We're gonna run over here. Okay, now, it's 11:30. I can feel my arm buzzing. It must be the arm on my watch going back. Wow, I gained an hour. Let's try it again. 12:30, 11:30. This is amazing. You know, and speaking of time, this reminds me of something. Okay, speaking of time, it's never too late, time-wise, to get yourself an Offbeat Cinema t-shirt. And, or if you don't want a t-shirt, I mean, it is rather fashionable, but if it's not for you, how about this? An Offbeat Cinema mug. Now look at that. How far out can you get? Be the envy of all your friends. Now watch. All 4 fingers fit in the handle there. Look at that.
Man, I'm telling you, blatant commercialism out there.
There's something not right with that Morgan, man.
I don't know where he's at, but he's somewhat good.
It looked kind of snowy there. You know what the weather's like in Manitoba?
It's always snowing up there, man.
Hey, pick a card, will you?
What's
Do it, go on, go on.
Not that one, not that one.
All right.
Not that one. That's a good one, okay. Look at it.
All right.
Put it back in.
Okay.
Okay.
That's the trick?
That's it.
Far out, man.
Okay, Cats, now back to White Zombie.
That's my kind of trick.
I haven't figured out the other part of the trick yet.
That is my kind of trick.
I gotta go find it, man.
It's a story you saw first on Saturday when police burned rubber in a high-speed chase that took them from Angola to the streets of Buffalo. You saw the first video on Eyewitness News at 5 with live team coverage at 6. After the suspect abandoned his vehicle, he was struck and killed by a car. When news breaks, count on your hometown team to bring the top stories home to you on WKBW-TV, News Channel 7.
Is cocaine crack or is crack cocaine?
You were going to talk to her?
You were going to talk to her.
I think it's time that we had a little talk. We'll talk about it later.
No, it's time. It's important.
If you had any questions you wanted to ask me, honey, you would ask your father, wouldn't you? Right.
I'm just going to tell my kid that if he ever tries it, I'll kill him. All right?
That's sensitive, Al.
If you need help talking to your kids about drugs, call for this free book.
Prophecies foretold its arrival. It would come from the land of the troubling earth and smoking mountains. It would possess all the goodness of the earth and the spices of many lands, a taste like no other. It would be offered to the people, and the people would declare it great. Mighty Taco, the spice of life.
Now dig this! Drop out with the gang from Offbeat Cinema and groove to this cool stuff! Dig this 20-ounce porcelain Offbeat Cinema mug for only $9.95. The very cool all-cotton Offbeat Cinema t-shirt in glorious black and white for just $10.95. Or start your own collection of Offbeat classics on video for only $12.95. If all of these choices are bringing you down, then get all this cool stuff, the mug, the shirt, and the movie for just $24.95 plus shipping and handling. Call us tonight, cats, and we'll dig you later on Offbeat Cinema.
Zombies! They're all zombies! Oh, no. Oh, no. They got it. What about that last guy?
Oh, man, he was straight.
He was a zombie!
He was not. He was living.
He was a zombie!
Flesh and blood. Man, you know, Kev, when I first heard this movie, White Zombie, I thought it was about my 10th grade science teacher.
Oh, he was a zombie, man.
He was wigged out. He kept making us dissect those frogs. How many frogs could you dissect?
Man,
I think he was eating them.
He was like Floyd the Barber, wasn't he? You remember him?
Hey, Floyd. Andy. Andy. That Goober's a nice boy. A little slow.
Just another frog.
Oh, man. Speaking of whacked out cats, we got some whacked out mail this week.
We always get whacked out mail.
This one is beautiful. This is from a Paul Marquez in Mississauga, Ontario. He writes, Dear Hungry Ear Hip Cats, what a cool cinema groove, cats. I look forward to the late night offbeat flicks. Keep the coffee grinding and please show more offbeat cinema films. He has some requests. He'd like to see the Beatles at Shea Stadium, some more sci-fi films, more Ed Wood, obviously. He says, now that your show is on satellite, do you ever wonder if the aliens in space have taken to drinking large amounts of Java? Picture some stressed out Greys crashing their UFO and later blaming some primitive Earth TV show that it was responsible for making their mission a failure. Just a word of caution, keep watching the skies.
Far out.
What do you mean primitive Earth TV?
As long as these guys don't have lawyers, I mean, well, I'm sure that we're going to work out just fine, so.
What do you got, man?
Oh, what? Now, what's the guy's name on there?
Paul Marquez.
Paul Marquez. Okay, now this is weird because this is from a cat called Roy Marquez. These letters are remarkably similar.
They're both typed.
It says a very filmic hello to all you hep cats at the Hungry Ear Coffee House. I've been a regular viewer of Offbeat Cinema since you first started some years ago. I'm quite content that your summer season is not a repeat of the previous films. I am a huge fan of English films from the 60s, especially British cinema of that era. Will you guys ever be showing Saturday night, Sunday morning? Great movie. This film is very realistic in its portrayal of everyday life and is at times very touching. My other request is Gary and Sylvia's Doppelganger, which is the film pilot of the Invasion UFO series. Great movie. That's one whacked out film. Keep showing these cool films and have a great summer. Your cool cat, Roy Marquez, has a PS here. Please keep me on your mailing list of Offbeat Cinema merchandise and film schedules. Do you offer any autographed pictures of the Offbeat Cinema crew? Please let me know. Until then, keep watching the skies. Well, Roy, we'd love to offer pictures of the Offbeat Cinema crew, but unfortunately, they're too busy standing behind the cameras, so we can't get pictures, good pictures of the crew.
They don't let us use any sharp writing implements.
Exactly. They only leave us spoons and stuff, so.
But if you'd like to write us with any film requests or any suggestions or comments that you might have, you can do so by writing us right here at the Hungry Ear Coffee House, Offbeat Cinema.
7 Broadcast Plaza, Buffalo, New York, 14202-2699.
Yeah, or you can call us direct at 716-840-7860. Call us right now. Pick up the phone right now. Don't even have to waste any postage.
You know, man, I'm bubbling along on this groove throwing down back here, man. Ed Wood and Denny.
And Denny Fox, man. They are two hep cats. Ed Wood has been with us a number of times, and Denny was with us at the Artists and Models Affair. If you want to see these cats in action other than the Hungry Ear, you can see Denny Fox with Matt Nixon and Johnny Soul every Saturday night at the Green Ghetto. It's on William and Smith on the east side of Buffalo, and Denny gets down there every Saturday night. Ed Wood, you can see every Thursday night at Broadway Joe's on Main Street here in Buffalo, New York.
Man,
Tell them Maxwell sent you, man.
Exactly. They may actually let you in for free. Probably not, but they might. But you know what? You know, Ed Wood, I'm so glad that he's here tonight because there is a great relationship between Bela Lugosi and Ed Wood. Ed Wood really found Bela Lugosi when he was at his lowest.
He was down and out, man. You know, Ed Wood took care of him. He was strung out. Where's my Ed Wood? I need somebody to take care of me. Where's my Ed Wood?
Well, man, I'm sure your Ed Wood
you needed someone like that 7 years ago.
Well, dig it, man. No film portrayed that better than Ed Wood.
Yeah.
The film by what's it? Tim Burton. Tim Burton's Ed Wood film portrayed that beautifully with Johnny Depp and Martin Landau, who won an Oscar for his portrayal as Bela Lugosi. Let's take a look at a clip from this beautiful film.
Too constrictive. I can't even fold my arms.
Gee, Mr. Lugosi, I've never had any complaints.
This is the most uncomfortable coffin I've ever been in. Your selection is quite shoddy. You're wasting my time.
Mr. Lugosi?
I told you I don't want any of your goddamn coffins.
No, I don't work here.
Well, who are you? What do you want?
I don't want anything. I'm a really big fan. I've seen all your movies. Mr. Lugosi, why are you buying a coffin?
I'm planning on dying soon.
No.
Yes, I'm embarking on another bus and truck tour of Dracula. 12 cities in 10 days, if that's conceivable.
Do you know that I saw you perform Dracula in Poughkeepsie in 1938?
That was a terrible production. Redfield was a drunk.
I thought it was great. You know, you're much scarier in real life than you are in the movie.
Oh, I love that movie.
Unbelievable, man. And Martin Landau was so great in his portrayal. All right, we're going to groove out with Ed Wood and Denny right now, and we're going to toss it back to White Zombies while we get down with the Java Jive. Dig.
Real people talk about Sun.
I'm comfortable with the shopping at Sun, yeah. Thinking about buying Big Three, so first place I thought of was Sun TV. Came here first, and then went to other places, and I'm back here now. I don't walk in a place and just buy something. I look at the prices, and so far Sun's always beat everyone else. I keep coming back to Sun TV because the prices is always right. I'm satisfied with Sun's service, the merchandise, and I will be back.
On the next Ricky Lake, you won't believe this. She's having a baby, and she's still having fist fights.
This is while she's 8 months pregnant.
If somebody wants to fight me, I'm not gonna back down.
What if someone were to punch you in the stomach?
Her friends and family fear the worst.
What is your biggest fear?
She may hurt her baby.
They want the fighting to stop.
While you're pregnant, you gotta worry about you and your child.
So you are concerned that not only is she gonna harm herself, she's gonna harm this baby.
It's not worth it. I had to learn the hard way.
On the next Ricky Lake.
Monday morning at 9 on News Channel 7.
Prophecies foretold its arrival. It would come from the land of the troubling earth and smoking mountains. It would possess all the goodness of the earth and the spices of many lands, a taste like no other. It would be offered to the people, and the people would declare it great. Mighty Taka, the spice of life.
What is Terrapin Station? Well, it's for the living and the dead. It's a unique boutique for the normal and the not-so-normal. Terrapin Station, Buffalo's most exciting specialty shop, offers you candles, imported clothing, jewelry, books, posters, music, and more. So stop in and say hi at Terrapin Station, 1172 Pearl.
So stop in and say hi. I have this recurring dream. I'm looking for a place where musicians can go and find everything they need for the stage. A place that has a great selection of electric and acoustic guitars, drums and percussion pieces, keyboards and digital pianos, and a huge supply of pro sound and digital recording equipment. The problem is every time I try and ask where this place is, all I do is ask for more coffee. Strange dream. Cool store.
Unistage. Your musical choice.
Now dig this! Drop out with the gang from Offbeat Cinema and groove to this cool stuff! Dig this 20-ounce porcelain Offbeat Cinema mug for only $9.95. The very cool all-cotton Offbeat Cinema t-shirt in glorious black and white for just $10.95. Or start your own collection of Offbeat classics on video for only $12.95. If all of these choices are bringing you down, then get all this cool stuff, the mug, the shirt, and the movie for just $24.95 plus shipping and handling. Call us tonight, cats, and we'll dig you later on Offbeat Cinema.
You know, cats, in keeping with our All Things Bela Lugosi evening, we have got something very, very special for you. We have got a television interview with the one and only Mr. Bela Lugosi. This is a very unique interview, so make sure your VCRs are rolling right now, because it's the only chance you're going to get to see this on Offbeat Cinema. So, cats, dig this.
Very rare. To be our next guest, one of the great stars of the stage and screen. And Bela, I can make that introduction without any qualms and without any reservations, because I don't know whether you know it or not, but Bela Lugosi, of course, always appears in the vampire pictures, Dracula, and so forth. But among the trade, he is considered one of the finest actors ever to come out of Europe. And that was many years ago, Bela, wasn't it? I think in Hungary?
Yes, in Hungary. But first of all, before I answer any question, Jack, let me tell you, it's a very pleasant surprise coming back after 8 months from England to get such a wonderful break to be on the television, and you interview me. And
it's our pleasure to have you, believe me, because it's always wonderful meeting you, and we're not just throwing photos around here either. Incidentally, I do want to comment on one thing, how wonderfully well you look. You look as though you had a rest over there. You look as though you have complete ease of mind coming back.
Thank you. God is very good to me. I can say that. Now, you see, I'm 30 years here in America. And 8 months ago, I was called to come to England to revive the American version of Dracula.
Doesn't Dracula ever end for you?
No. Dracula never ends. I don't know whether I shall call it a fortune or a cause, but it never ends. I don't know whether I shall brag or complain about it, but Dracula is the only picture in existence in all the world, which since it is revived, since it is made in 31, is the only picture which is revived in every city in America every year.
Well, you know, some people, Bela, would consider that a curse, and some would consider it a very good omen, because probably as a result of Dracula,
I make a living.
Well, and you were typecast. You know, you've made many other pictures of its type, vampire pictures and mystery pictures and things of that sort. But at the same time, I know you are always yearning, as all actors are, to do a different type of stage vehicle. What would you like to do? The romantic?
No, I would prefer to play comedy. You see, after I finished now playing a half a year Dracula on the stage, I was called to make a picture here in London called Vampire Over London. It was a horror part, but the situation was so funny that really it causes laughs, so I really enjoyed it.
You know, Fred Allen wants to do Hamlet. Jack Benny wants to do Hamlet. Bela Lugosi wants to play the
Cyrano de Bergerac.
Cyrano de Bergerac.
Sure.
And you'd probably do very, very well at it. Tell us a little more about the picture that you made in England, Bela. What was the title of it?
Vampire Over London. I played a scary part, and I was the cause to create comedy by scaring all the people around me. And it was rather a clever story, and I think they would laugh at it very much. It's going to sell in America, especially. Yes.
Was, incidentally, Dracula your favorite role?
After Dracula, my favorite role?
What was your favorite role? Was it Dracula?
In America, in English, or in Hungary at home?
We never consider your Hungarian performances because they've been, you know, so many years ago.
Yes, that's right. Because in Hungary, my favorite parts were all Ferenc Molnár's play, which I created originally, like Lilium and Guardsman.
Did you play in the very first performance of Lilium?
Oh, 30 years ago.
30 years ago, and here every year again, you know, we have Lilium playing around the country. I think last year or the year before, 2 years ago, they made it into a musical on Broadway.
They did. Now, since I played Dracula, I'm the boogeyman.
Bela, it's so nice to have you back. It's really always a pleasure once again to meet you and say hello to you. But we're running out of time, and I do want to thank you and tell our friends that at this portion of the program, we come to the end of your Ship's Reporter for today. Ship's Reporter is produced on film by the National Television Guild and directed by Chick Vincent. Until next time, then, this is my very good friend, Bela Lugosi, and your Ship's Reporter, Jack Mangan, and we both wish you and yours the smoothest and smooth sailing.
Thank you, Jack.
It's Jackson music. All major brands. Don't buy a thing in music until you see Jackson, or you'll wish you did. Tired of the snow? Here's your chance to beat the winter blues with News Channel 7 and Winter Trip to Florida. Just mail a postcard to WKBW-TV, 7 Broadcast Plaza, Buffalo. Then watch Eyewitness News at 5 with the clue of the day. We'll randomly select a card. If you correctly identify the clue when we call, you'll win 2 tickets to see our other hometown team, the Buffalo Sabres. They play in blue uniforms and qualify to win a trip for 2 to Universal Studios in sunny Orlando, Florida. That'll beat the blues. Mail in your postcard today, and you could be on your way to Florida with News Channel 7 and Eyewitness News at 5.
Poster art. New, old and rare posters. Art postcards, custom framing and more. Poster art, 1055 Elmwood. Looking for a certain poster? Call us.
Now dig this! Drop out with the gang from Offbeat Cinema and groove to this cool stuff. Dig this 20-ounce porcelain Offbeat Cinema mug for only $9.95. The very cool all-cotton Offbeat Cinema t-shirt in glorious black and white for just $10.95. Or start your own collection of Offbeat classics on video for only $12.95. If all of these choices are bringing you down, then get all this cool stuff, the mug, the shirt, and the movie for just $24.95 plus shipping and handling. Call us tonight, cats, and we'll dig you later on Offbeat Cinema.
Hey, cats, you digging White Zombie? We are digging it very much here tonight. And speaking of White Zombies, Rich Wall caught up with the Tragically Hip when they were in town not too long ago, and he had this to say with the Tragically Hip he got inside him. Check this out, man.
Canada's Tragically Hip, currently one of rock and roll's best-kept secrets, a band whose success story is based on solid live performances and word of mouth from devoted fans, not hype. The Hip, as they are affectionately referred to by their fans, got their start over 10 years ago.
1984, we got together and we were just playing local bars around Kingston, and then we decided it was time to, you know, make the move to playing in Toronto and Ottawa and Montreal and places like that, and it's pretty much continued from that point on.
Years ago, when the Tragically Hip first played Buffalo, they played at a small club called Nietzsche's. Tonight, they make their return to Buffalo in front of a sold-out crowd at the Buffalo Memorial Auditorium.
Pretty steady, you know, rise. You know, we've been playing bigger and bigger venues, you know, year after year, so it's not been like we've been thrown into a 15,000 seater. You know, we sort of worked our way up to here, so it feels good.
For the Tragically Hip, no live show is ever the same as the last.
I always like to change the setup every night. It keeps us interested. It keeps sort of the shows different and fresh. And then, you know, as far as when the show's on, you know, we've been together 10 years, so it's hard not to mess around with the straight and narrow sort of versions. You know, we just sort of like to play around with things.
Nautical Disaster is the latest single from the Tragically Hip. It's off their brand new album, Day for Night.
The coast of France. Lord writes the lyrics, as you would know, and so everyone's interpretation of the song is different. The time we recorded the record was in the winter of '93. Yeah, and it was a pretty brutal winter in Canada, as I'm sure it would be in Buffalo. When you're cooped up inside like that and you're thinking of your next record, you could almost think it might be a disaster. You never know how it's going to go.
I asked Paul and Johnny to describe their version of a true hip fan.
Hill people.
They're really nomads. No, I don't know. That's a good question, because I mean, if someone asked us who was Tragically Hip, and we were talking the other day, that Natalie Wood, I think she was Tragically Hip, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's close.
Yeah.
A lot of our fans look like Natalie Wood.
The Hip are currently on tour, opening up for Robert Plant and Jimmy Page throughout the U.S. and Europe, but they'll be back in the area for some Toronto area dates this summer. For current info on the Tragically Hip, you can call their hotline at 1-800-95-THE-HIP. Rich Wall for Offbeat Cinema.
It's all right, man. It's okay.
Man, that Rich Wall, he is like so energetic. All
right, cats. Now back to the film White Zombie.
Do you know what Prozac means anything to him?
No, it's okay. It's okay. Not rich, man. Not rich. It's okay. It's not rich.